What's up, my archfiends of chaos? This is your King of the Night Vince Valentine EX Turk, and I just read a text message. But anyways, let's talk about the Omen World DLC. And when I talk about the Omen World DLC, what do you think I'm talking about? Final Fantasy Versus 13. Now, the reason why I still think this can happen is Noctis is in a stasis for 10 years. So, what if Noctis is dreaming about the Versus world? Now, this is where it's going to get confusing. Luna Freya was planned to die, and there's no way to save Luna Freya. It was destined that she would die, just like Noctis did later in the game. So what does this mean? This means that, yes, Luna Freya, when she said she'll watch over Noctis, it wasn't technically Luna Freya or the ghost of Luna Freya. This could be possible. This could be possibly the rebirth into Stella. Luna Freya dies and becomes Stella and watches over Noctis. But Noctis has to face the demons inside of himself, the evil that's inside of himself, in order to become the true King of Light, which he does become the true King of Light. As you see, the ring is complete by defeating his evil self, known as Omen. Now, who is Omen? Again, it's off the Omen trailer. It's really called Chaos Noctis. That's what Square Enix dubbed him. But I'm going to call him Omen, because he's to the trailer. Omen is pretty much Dark Noctis. And as you can see, Dark Noctis, Omen, or Chaos Noctis, or I'm going to call him Omen. Omen kills Luna Freya in the trailer of the Omen, of the Omen trailer. But what if that's not Luna Freya at all? What if that's Stella? Now, before you guys flip out, remember, Luna Freya is already dead. Arden killed Luna Freya. So, she's now, and as an oracle, oracles have more powers than just healing. Remember, Arden Azunia was an oracle before, before he got corrupted by the Star Scourge. He was a beloved oracle of the people. Everybody loved him, but he had the power. He had all these other powers. That's, and even more closely with Gentiana. That's why he recognized her. But anyways, yes. So there could be more. What if the power of rebirth is possible? Now, Arden was a dark rebirth made by the demons of the Star Scourge. That's why he became the physical embodiment of the Star Scourge. But Luna Freya died. Luna Freya died as a light source of death. So her rebirth is a rebirth of light, and that rebirth of light is a new woman named Stella Nox Fleury. But in this world, Ravis never knew Luna Freya in this world. That's why Ravis wants revenge on Noctis in this world. And this alternate filler world, because it's going to be a filler. We don't know if it's going to be canon until Square Enix says so. But I guess it'll be canon within the universe. But it'd still be in Noctis' dream. Noctis' stasis. Because when you do get knocked out for 10 years, when you're in a coma, you do actually get into a stasis. And what that means that you're dreaming about another world, another place and time. Most likely, if you're in a coma, you're more likely dreaming another place and time. Another time period where things work differently than the original time period. Like, what's going to happen in this DLC, Noctis will go to sleep and be in Bahamut's hands. Since Bahamut can stand there for 10 years inside the crystal, Bahamut's going to be holding Noctis, Lucius Kylan, while Noctis is asleep for the 10 years. In that crystal, because Bahamut can do that. So, when that happens, he'll be asleep. And then what's going to happen is all the events of Final Fantasy XV is going to start over. but it's going to start over as a new. It's going to start the way Versus 13 has, where he has a relationship with his father that you never got to see in the original continuity of Final Fantasy 15. This time, the brothers will, I mean, the only thing they're going to change from Versus, the only thing that's going to change from, really change from Versus 13 to this Omen World is that the brothers will not go with Noctis. Or at least, if they do go with him, they're going to end up betraying Noctis. Because all this is a dream, it's an inception, so pretty much the brothers will turn against you in this dark, gritty world. And you're going to have to fight them and you end up killing them. So, pretty much you start going bad. And then you kill the rebirth version of Lunafreya, known as Stella. Things will play the same way it does in Versus 13. Just this time there's no Etrol. In fact, Etrol is still Eos. The messenger forms of the Astrals will appear. You'll be able to see Ifrit as a messenger form. You'll be able to see all Arama and everybody, Leviathan as a messenger form, everybody. Also, since this is a rewritten timeline and alternate universe within the dream stasis, Noctis will still have to fight Idolus and Arden. But since this is a different kind of universe than the one in the original game, Arden would not be the main villain. Will not be a main villain. Now, the main villain's going to be obviously Omen. But before Noctis faces Omen, he still has to face the Niflheim Empire. And this is where I would say, this is where you need to go back to my video, and one of my videos where what would happen if they kept it as Versus 13 instead of 15. Because this would explain a lot more than what you already know. And what's this a lot more you say? This will explain a lot more, because what would happen is, yes, Noctis will march into the Niflheim Empire, defeat Ravis, because Ravis wants revenge on Noctis. So this time Ravis will be killed, and Ravis will not turn into a demon form. Maybe, in this case, because it's already happened in the original timeline, things will be differently. So Ravis would fight Noctis. Noctis will kill Ravis. There'd be more blood on Noctis's hands for killing both his sister Stella in this world and Ravis. After that happens, Noctis will kill Verstal. After Verstal, Loki and Corgi will be sub-bosses within this timeline thing in the Magitech factory. And then you will fight Arden. Since this is an alternate universe, and this is the universe of the Versus 13 without having Final Fantasy 13 overtones in it, Arden is not affected by the Star Scourge in this one. I know I'm crazy. Arden's not affected by the Star Scourge at all. He's not affected by the Star Scourge, but the world's still dark. Now, demons probably won't be running around into this, because this is not a Star Scourge world, because this is based off Versus 13. So Arden will be easier to defeat. Arden gets defeated. Then after Arden gets defeated, he'll tell you where Emperor Idolus is. And then you'll go fight Emperor Idolus as the final Niflheim Empire boss. Now, you can probably have an epic battle between Idolus and Noctis, because in this case, General Glocka would not be part of this timeline Versus, because this is going to be based off Versus 13 without having Etro or anything to do with Final Fantasy 13. But this will be the world of Versus, since it'll just be changing to Omen. Because, well, it wouldn't make sense to put Final Fantasy 13 things when it's not going to ever be Final Fantasy 13 again, which, again, like I said, I'll say it again, it's better off that it isn't, because we already got too many Final Fantasy 13 games as it is. As well, it's too late for Crystalia and Novia for Final Fantasy 15, so pretty much pretty much, it's more likely never gonna happen. So, yes. But Noctis and Idolus will have a final battle. And since Noctis wants revenge against Idolus, because this time Glocka didn't kill King Regis. It was Idolus who killed King Regis. Since there's no Star Scourge in this continuity, that means that only Idolus will fight with his magic. Now, there might be some way he transforms, but then Noctis defeats that and puts an end to Idolus and kills Idolus. And to seek revenge for what happened to King Regis. Because in this continuity, Idolus is the one who killed King Regis. Because Glocka does not exist, because this is the world of Versus, which is actually the world of Omen. Now, after the Niflheim Empire is defeated, you'll see the end scene where Noctis will be sitting in his throne. In a dark throne, all alone, nobody there. Then Noctis will hear a voice. Noctis will hear a voice, an ominous voice, and even more ominous than Arden, you know, an evil voice. And then Noctis will get up from the throne in Insomnia and go into the room with all the paintings where, you know, where Etrel was supposed to be, but it's Eos paintings now. And then he appears. Omen walks through that door. And they get transferred to the Dark World in that world. Or should I say, the Cerberus world. Now, this is where Noctis will have to go through the trailer. Like the Omen trailer, Noctis will go through gas station, through Luna Freya's room, through the desert sands, through that boat, through the subway, while looking at Stella or Luna Freya at this point, because Stella's dead. But looking at Luna Freya through the outside of the window, which will take him to the Dark World, or should I say, Hell. Because in the Omen trailer, you see 3 Cerberuses, and the world has fire. And you see Luna Freya in the Omen trailer. You see Luna Freya getting stabbed by Omen. Well, in this one, you'll see Stella get stabbed. And then after Stella dies, it appears to go. She appears seconds after she gets stabbed. She goes back. She goes back into being Luna Freya. And Luna Freya says, no, stop it. No, stop it. It's too late. Omen has killed her. So you have to fight Omen. So you fight Omen as the final boss to this DLC. And then, after you defeat Omen, the demon world disappears. And all the darkness and Insomnia has, because remember, there's no Star Scourge in this alternate universe. So the darkness of Insomnia lifts, and now it's daytime with everything else. And you know, Stella comes back and turns back into Luna Freya, and Luna Freya says, "You did it." And then she touches Noctis's arm. Then the ring lights up. You know, and then Noctis wakes up.
How many?
And now, since he's out of the stasis world, now he's into the Star Scourge world, 10 years in the future. Now, we don't know what happens at this point, but I'm pretty sure they'll add it. After Noctis wakes up, Noctis somehow gets attacked by probably either demon version of Verstal or Idolus or something like that, loses the battle, gets sent to prison on an island until Arden wants to figure out what he wants to do to him. Because at this point, everyone thinks Idolus is dead, but she's not really dead. He's now Ferraris. Ferraris probably beats him, you know, puts him in the prison. Bam. And then it picks up 10 years later into the future. Or should I say, chapter 14. May the crystal be with you.